Do we have any alpha, if at all? I'm just asking this. What will be the next development stages after that? So leading probably more into Q1, Q2 of next year. Do we have anything that we can share with the community what the next steps will be following that initial game release?
The direction that we're going in is, we've talked a lot in the past about different types of staking mechanics. We've talked about renting. We've talked about customization. We've talked about the wheels industry. So without kind of committing to anything, we're still working through a lot of this stuff. But the vision of wheels is to really build a metaverse industry from end to end and show what gameplay can look like that's deeply woven into economy and that's deeply woven into different sectors and different ways players can participate in the economy. If you think of it, this ends up becoming like a template or a slice for how a game type and how a real economy could look in the metaverse. And this is kind of the first step towards that. And then you can imagine applying that template to things like combat and grand strategy and other types of game modes, social, these types of things. Um, so these are all the things, like, once we have this live, once we've de-risked this, once we've proved that like what we've been working on actually works, and we know we're on the right direction and we're getting feedback from the community, then our next mission is really building out this wheels economy. We still haven't announced the person that we hired to basically come on and run the wheels industry, but we've hired it, I think, in many of our opinions internally, one of the best people in the entire industry, if not like the guy to do it. So we're really excited about that, and we'll be announcing that later. But what I will say is the priority is to make sure that the foundation is solid. And we're going to do, like, if the game's not fun, if the basics don't work, if it doesn't run properly, if multiplayer doesn't work, like anything beyond that that's exciting doesn't really matter. So that's really our focus over the next 3 to 4 months. Make sure the thing is rock solid, make sure it's really fun, make sure we enjoy, and then we can basically iteratively improve it and integrate in all these bigger ideas, which we're super excited about. And I think that's going to be the turning point for the token, because we'll really be able to demonstrate. You can just put the pieces together by looking at, okay, we're adding staking in, and you have to stake your vehicle, and then there's rewards, and you can kind of see how all of these things are coming together that we've been talking about for several years, albeit in kind of a simple architecture. But to me, the hard part is kind of getting that base layer architecture in, and then once you have that, you can kind of add things. You can add things on it. I think one of the other things I'm really excited about is we're going to be able to look at numbers daily. We're going to be able to look at data daily. Like, basically, we'll be one of the few Web3 projects that's gaming projects, metaverse projects, that's actually live and has sort of a full, competitive system with staking and with all these types of things, with a high fidelity kind of photorealistic type experience. So I don't really think there's anything quite like that on the market right now. And what I'm really excited about is not just getting to that point and kind of proving to everybody, hey, we can ship effectively, but having that daily data so that we can begin to then build everything else that we're building based on real metrics, and to do it with the community. Like, I think the community is one of our, it's one of our main valuable things that makes Wilder World really, really interesting is our community. And so being able to build with the community, I can feel that that's like starting to happen more and more. And that to me is really exciting, because it's fun, and we're not doing it alone, but it's also like a competitive advantage because we have people that really, really care, and come from all different walks of life, kind of informing our development. And a lot of games don't have that. They kind of get that at the end. And if they've missed the mark, it's really hard to course correct after like 4 or 5 years. So I think that's huge, and I think that that's going to be like just how games are built in the future. So that's one of the things I'm definitely most excited about.